Alright, hello again everyone. I'm going to leave you with a little bit of directions since we won't be meeting for our live classes Monday and Tuesday. So first off, in Lesson A, I have our weekly story. It is Charlotte's Web. It is not the whole story, because that's a pretty long book. It's just a little excerpt from it. And while you're reading it, I want you to think back on those skills we've been working on. I want you to think about the characters and some of the things the author puts in there and how we feel about them because of the details that she's given us. So I want you to be thinking about characters. I want you to be thinking about the setting where the story is taking place and a little bit about the plot. What is going on in the story? It's not the whole story, so there isn't as much of a plot as there is in the whole book, but you could still pick out a plot of what's going on in this excerpt. So those are the three things I want you to be thinking about: characters, inferences made by the author that we get from reading, plot, and the setting. After you read, well, actually in this video I'm going to take time to read the story to you. We usually don't have enough time to do that in class, because I would usually let you guys take turns. So just as something to kind of get you started, you don't have to listen to the story, but sometimes it's fun to have someone read to you once in a while. So that's going to be on this video. Then afterwards I want you to come back here and answer these questions. So you're going to click on the assignment and you can write submission. You can do comments or write submission. I prefer write submission, but either one will work. You'll answer, what is Wilbur like? How do you know? Again, that's using those inferences, like what did the author put in there to infer that Wilbur is a certain way. Number 2, how does Charlotte feel as she watches Wilbur try to spin a web? Number 3, if you had been watching Wilbur as he tried to spin a web, would you have told him that was impossible? Why or why not? So remember, there's 2 parts of that question, so don't just say yes or no. Say why or why not. You would say yes or no. Number 4, how can you tell that the author thinks people rush too much? I'll have to fix that, sorry, it's things, but it's supposed to be thinks people rush too much. So what does the author say in there that infers that people rush around too much and they need to kind of take it a little slower? And number 5, you're going to tell me about a time you tried to do something new with the help of others. Again, it doesn't have to be something you did successful, just something that you tried to do with the help of others. So that's going to be Lesson A. Again, with our story of the week or our passage of the week, it is not just something you read once. You want to work on that fluency and comprehension, and in order to do that best, you read passages over. The more you read it, the more smoother you'll read, so that works on your fluency. Plus, usually when you read something more than once, you'll kind of pick up on some things you didn't quite catch or understand the first time. So it increases our comprehension or our understanding of what we are reading. Again, you don't have to read it all in one day, but just kind of maybe, oh, I'm done with my schoolwork, what can I do? I can go read that story again and see what else I can get out of it. For Lesson B, we're going to connect our text. There's a little story about how caterpillars spin webs too. So, Charlotte's Web, we were talking about a spider in a web. This one is caterpillars spin web too. So that's just a little short excerpt. But then the assignment is to think about what we read in Charlotte's Web, think about what we read in Caterpillars Spin Webs too, and then compare them. So we're going to think about the reason that caterpillars spin webs and the reason that spiders spin webs. How are they alike and how are they different? And again, all you have to do to turn that in, click on the assignment information, hit write submission, and type in your answer. And then there's some videos, of course, that you can watch on there as well. Caterpillar spinning a cocoon. This is a pretty short video. You'll probably get through that no problem. This other one, I thought it was really neat. It's the amazing sight of a caterpillar spinning in his cocoon. It is about 10 minutes long, so if you don't want to watch the whole thing, I understand. You can kind of click at the bottom and move through a little bit faster, but just to kind of see where he starts and where he ends. It was just kind of really interesting, I thought. Alright, so I will post another video of me reading to you the Charlotte's Web story if you would like to listen to me read. You do not have to. You can read it on your own if you want, but I will post that as an option for you. Alright, have a good day everyone, and as far as we know, I will see you Wednesday. Check course mail in case something happens that I have to keep testing. But as of right now, I will see everyone on Wednesday. Have a great couple days.